Hi, and hello everybody. Today is August the 21st, and as always, we're gonna tell the pain story. Mm. Today is actually kinda, in celebration of 80 years of independence. We actually Vietnam's have a really big march, military march, and and we've been preparing it for months. And this today they actually they close like a silver street. So a lot of people have to work at home, including me, and then the kids have to study at home, you know, so do online schooling. And the weather is actually pretty cloudy today as well, but it's still humid. So the heat, the humidity, and the cloudy weather make it it's quite a different combination. So that's something about Hanoi City today, okay? And we're gonna come back to our pen story, okay? So what is this? It's a pen. What do we use a pen for? To write. Now there is a dog inside the room. I'm gonna wave this in front of the dog. What does the dog do? The dog probably will sniff, lick, or chew this, right? Does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So for the dog, this one is not a pen, but for the human, this one is a pen, right? So who is correct, the dog or the human? The answer is both are correct. For the dog, this one is a chewing toy, but for the human, this one is a pen to write. The dog is correct in the dog one, the human is also correct in the human word. So that is our first lesson. Both are correct. Now let's imagine that there is a table in front of me. So I'm going to put this thing on the table. And then both the dog and I will walk out the room. So inside the room, there'll be no human, no dog. What does this thing become? Is this still a pen or a chewing toy? Oh, it becomes almost nothing. And the ancient wisdom called this one as the emptiness. The emptiness is actually a very magical definition. As we understand the emptiness, we'll be able to achieve anything in our life. Just like Ishi Michael Roach applied the emptiness into his business and was able to build business with revenue of $250 million a year. He's also able to help several refugees. So what is the emptiness and why is that so magical? So first we're gonna go what the emptiness is not first, okay? So the emptiness is not nothingness, it's also not blackness, it's not, it's not like a no feeling, no thinking. The emptiness is actually just itself without nothing to interact with. So for instance, like this pen, okay, it's sitting by itself. There's no human, no dog, nothing to interact with. So it's come back to true sound called the emptiness. However, because it has the emptiness also has the potential to become anything or anyone, depending on who or what is looking at that. So what do I mean by that? So let's go back to the page story, okay? So this technically almost nothing, right? But as soon as I go back into the room and I look at this becomes a pen. When the dog come back to the room and the dog look at this becomes a chewing toy. And when both the dog and I come back to the room at the very same time, and we will look at this at the very same time, what does this thing becomes then? It becomes two things, a pen for me and a chewing toy for the dog. So a single thing, okay? When there's nothing to interact with, it come back to truth and we call it the emptiness. But because it has the emptiness, also has the potential to become anything or anyone depending on who or what is looking at this. Like this very same thing can be two things at the very same time. A pen for me and a chewing toy for the dog. So that is our second lesson. Along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. Now I see this is a pen. So does this pen coming from me or does this pen coming from the thing itself? This pen is actually coming from me. Why am I so certain? Because if this thing is a pen itself, then the dog or anything in this entire universe will have to see it for what it is, which is a pen. But does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So this pen is actually coming from me. This pen is actually coming from my mind, and everything is actually coming from our mind. So that is our third lesson. Everything is actually coming from our mind. So we both agree that this pen is coming from our mind, right? We're gonna I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna pray this will become a diamond, okay? So diamond, diamond, diamond of my eyes. It's still a pen. So what in my mind that forced me to see this as a pen but not a diamond? They all said inside our mind that the ancient wisdom calls us, come on. When we see something, the seed inside our mind pop up, open up, and cover this and made us see it for what had been planted earlier into our mind. So who planted those seed into our mind then? Only you can plant the seed into your mind, and only I can plant the seed into my mind. How can we do it? We do it by three ways: by our word, by our actions, by our thoughts, especially toward other people. So for instance, I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm gonna say that I have a pen. Would you like to have this pen? And when my friend say yes, please, I'd be so happy to give this to my friend with the hope that I can help my friend. So when I give this palm will open up and both me and my friend will see it. It start living mud in my mind. A couple days later, when I see this, I recognize this one as a pen, which means that the seed of the pen has already been planted into my mind. And now I pop up, open up, and cover this and made it see it for what had been planted earlier into our mind, which is a pen. And this is how a pen become a pen, or anything around us become what and who they are to us. In the pen story, there are several meaningful lessons. Today we went over 4 different lessons. The first lesson being both progressive. We learn to respect each other's opinion, we learn to respect each other's choices, and we also learn to listen to each other with a compassionate heart. But with this, I want to point out one thing very important, that we have to acknowledge that both, that which is including us. So the first thing you have to do is that you have to listen to yourself first. You have to try to understand yourself. You have to try to respect yourself and accept you. And then, and just respect yourself, love, and then that will come in later. Okay. So remember, always, always listen to yourself. Understand, try to understand yourself, respect yourself, who you are for whatever that you decided to do. Respect it, okay? And then going to the second lesson is, along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. So trust your potential, trust the potential of within or everyone around you, and also trust the potential of whatever happened to you. So with this one, I want to link with the first lesson as well. Is that once again we go into the self first, okay, ourself first. So once you learn to listen to yourself, you learn to understand yourself, you respect yourself, and you accept yourself, your emptiness for you, for who you are, or whatever you are. And then with that, you'll be able to see the potential of what you will be able to become, who you will be able to become, and that is what it's going to be. Something beautiful will be happening. When we accept who we are, and we moving toward to a better person, that is when things gonna become really beautiful. And then we just apply the same process to other people surround us. But remember, you have to be able to love yourself. You have to be able to cultivate the happiness within yourself first before you be able to do it to everyone else. So very important that you have to acknowledge yourself. You have to see the potential in yourself before you be able to do that to everyone else in the very long term. And that will make things become sustainable. Okay. And that leads to the third lesson is everything is actually coming from the seed inside our mind. So we be 100% responsible to whatever happened to us. And we don't blame anyone, because in the end, we are the only one who can plant the seed into our mind using our word, our action, our thoughts to other people. So with this, we learn that we know how to take charge of our life. We can change our life into whatever that we would like, we would want it to be. So first we accept it for what it is, but then we also move seeing the potential of it. We're moving toward of that potential, and then we know that we'll be able to change it into the direction that we want it to be. And in case that if something unwanted happen, we also know that okay, that is the result of something happened in the past, something we did in the past that now it take place. But it's okay. It's already so when it's already happened, that's it already been taken care. As long as we accept it for what it is, we happily accept it. That is very important for us to know that we accept it fully, fully. Okay. And we start planting the new seed for a better future, for the potential that we see it to be. And our lesson one, lesson two, lesson three, we're gonna incorporate them into lesson four, which is how to create or manifest our dream life. So first you have to know what you want to do, right? So that is lesson number two right there. And then you start using lesson number three to start creating your life, your dream life. So if you want to have happiness, then you plan the happiness using your word, your action, your thoughts, you want other people, helping other people to be happier. If you want to have prosperity, then you use your word, your action, your thoughts to want other people, helping other people to be more prosperous. And just like that, whatever that you want to do, you want to make sure that you you want to make sure that you're gonna plan that seed to other people and helping using your word, your action, your thought, helping other people to get that seed, okay? And that is the fourth lesson in the pain story that we actually wanted to talk about today. And the lesson that I want to share with you all is that I think that so I have never shared with you the lesson that we just we were hiring on the internet. I was interviewing the internet. To be honest, I'm maybe my this is my second time interviewing the internet. I don't feel like, oh, this is good. But then when we decided that there's no time for us to be able to interview more candidates, and we are not, when I look at the shortlist, these are actually the best people, the best candidate already. So how can we ensure that we have better candidates even if we open the pool up? So I decided that okay, I'm gonna take my chance. I'm gonna get the best candidate that I feel like, and we decided to get the two. And so far, them I've been I've been assigned them a lot of different tasks, and something that really I'm very happy and very pleased with them is that they be able to get everything done. They do try their best to at least get the assignment done in time. There's still like a couple issue um to fix, but then still I see the commitment, I see the willingness, and that is something that I'm very happy, because I feel like the attitude is something very important, and we got that attitude, so the other thing will be able to train, and just keep reminding them for what they need to be. So that is something that I think is very focused, very important, and I'm very happy. I'm very feeling very less fortunate to be able to get them. And so the lesson that I be able to see is that sometimes we wouldn't be able to get what we want, but then if we decided, if we see the potential what it is, if we accept them for what they are and see the potential in them, and then try to cultivate that, help them develop, I think that will be something beautiful going to turn out. And in the process, of course, there will be problematic, there will be challenges, but in the end, if we keep working toward that direction, knowing, seeing accepting who they are, and like cultivating the potential that you see in them, I think that will come out something beautiful in the end of the process. So that's the lesson that I would like to share with you all today. And thank you, Anlin, for accompanying me in this 3,000-day journey. Thank you everyone, for listening to me. And if by me sharing with you this pain story or my lesson is something good, I would like to dedicate that to my Jones family, to my friends, to my coworkers, to my clients, to my neighbors, or to any living things in this world or any other world, with love, wisdom, and gratitude. Thank you so much for listening. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye, everyone.